Well, a tough one to take right at the end, Nigel, but what was your overall view of the game?
Well, it was a tough game for us. I think it was fair to say. I highlighted it before the game. They're a good footballing side. They're just, 5 undefeated, 5 wins, I think it was, all the way through December. That's why the manager's got manager of the month. They've changed it around a little bit. And I said it's going to be similar to the Notts County game, So we set ourselves up the way we normally go and do. Obviously going behind early doors. We're on the attack. We talked about could we get Dan Pike with his long throw, pick the ball up and just get the ball over the top because you can't be offside. Slips out of his hands, they go and score. So you're 1-0 down. Great credit to the players. Kieran Morris again gets on the score sheet, back in the game. But it's fair to say we knew they were going to be a possession-based side. And our game plan was to, as we have been doing, be a compact shape to them, be aggressive in our press, to intercept and counter with them being open. And it's fair to say we weren't good enough. We weren't good enough first half. Second half, obviously, we start the second half, right, well, let's change the shape then, because if we just keep doing what we're doing, we're not in the game, and even when we got the ball, we just kept giving it away. So half time, we said, let's just change the shape, which we went and did, try and nullify them a little bit more in midfield, because they had that box in there. So we brought our 2 wide players narrow to play against their 10s, still leaving us with 2 up top. And again, you're trying to move across to let one of the centre halves have the ball, and then who he gives it to, we should be close enough to then go and get the next pass as he plays it. And then we say, right, we'll let the middle one have it. Mm-hmm. And then their 2 wider full-backs will be more, centre-halves be more advanced as well. So if he does pass that ball, and you have to be patient with it, and it's frustrating, but then as he comes with it, as he plays, we're actually man for man all over the pitch, and we've got 2v1 against their centre forward. So as they play it, if we're aggressive enough, we press, we win it, we counter, and we got half a pitch to go and play him. We still didn't do that well enough, so I've changed it again, and we've gone with 3 up top. Bring Josh Hawkes on, fresh legs in the middle of the pitch. Paul Lewis and 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗧 gave a little bit more energy in there to run round. Because give them credit, I thought they were very good. So I tried to go with 3 up there to push him, and we did. We were in the ascendancy a little bit, and obviously then at the very, very end, overtime. The referee said he'll play for the 95. I think it was 96.5 minutes that they've gone and scored. It's a set piece. Forget all the tactics you want. It's a corner. Defend the first phase, second phase, the ball's bobbing around, mark your man in the penalty area. And we didn't do that well enough. So today, the lads have been fantastic. I said I highlighted, for me, we've had a good week building into the game, but this is where you measured. And today, we didn't do enough to win the game. Really, really frustrated that at the end of the day, we've tried to find a way to get something. And again, Robbie Apter was in there. We talked about that opportunity for a little bit of suck them out, a little counter-attack, and he had a couple of opportunities. But all in all, we didn't get the victory, and I'm just really disappointed that we didn't see it out, because it wasn't our day today. We were just, for whatever reason, you've got to give them credit. It's probably as good as we played against, to be fair. We haven't nullified it, but again, we've attempted to, and as I said, what we'll do, we'll look at it and just see what lessons we've learned. So because a lot of teams are playing with that boxing midfield now, so we've got to find a way to nullify that, but obviously without losing the identity and the threat that we've got. So we'll have a hard, long look at ourselves, see what lessons we can take from it. It starts with me. I always look at me first of all, but it's just that's the way that is at the moment.
And it's more the way, isn't it, as you say, when you get to 7 minutes of stoppage time, and you've battled so hard, to try and get a point out of it. You lost out late on last week, when you could have easily had a point, and likewise today, and that's more the frustration at the end of the game. Yeah,
it is. I mean, I'm obviously in the gantry there, and you're on the mic, which it's never easy. That's a lesson in itself for me, looking at that and how that operates. But it's a set piece, defend the corner. We've got enough height in there, so that's not an issue. We've got enough bodies in there, so we haven't, a lot of times this season we've probably had a mismatch from a height point of view. That wasn't the issue. We've got 5 fresh legs on during the game as well to just try and give us that impetus to get into the game. Just mark your man. It's very simple, just mark your man in the box.
Yeah. And sometimes it's lessons learnt on the training ground, but sometimes it's the harsh lessons from a match day, that have that bigger impact on a player, and they learn from that and move on.
Yeah, we'll always be learning. So we've got a way of playing at the moment, which is like when we haven't got the ball, we're a compact shape. Sometimes they can have it and they can rotate, move around, whatever. If we've got our distances right, that's good. Unfortunately today, we were probably too passive, and they were able to play the ball through us too easily. So again, at half time, obviously when I can get into the dressing room, it's like, well, let's change it then and look at it this way to see if we can affect them more. Again, with the same principle, we've still got two up top. We've still got to see if we can intercept the ball, stop them playing and get at them. So the principle was still there. And again, at the very end there, is play 3 against their 3 centre-halves. Similar principle, got to win your battle, one-on-one duels, win it, intercept and go from there. So there's loads we can learn from it. And we have to.
And you mentioned there, I mean, even at the end, as you say, a couple of chances, 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗬𝗏 on another day, a slightly earlier shot or doesn't turn one way, gets the shot away. It happens for you because you've stuck in the game, and you, in fairness, I mean, Luke made a couple of really good saves first half, but not too much in the second half.
Yeah, well, and again, so that's what you talk about is sometimes you realise that, listen, it's going against us now. They're having more of the ball and they're giving us problems when they've got more of the ball. And sometimes about stay in the game so you can go and adapt it, and it spells in the game. And again, from my point of view, we start the second half in respect of, right, well, let's change it then and see if we can affect them. So we probably did, where we've matched up a lot more, but still with a threat of still having a 2 up top, still with a threat of trying to win it and get ourselves forward. And then stages then when you think, well, it's 10 minutes to go now, or whatever it was, 15 minutes to go, Josh comes on, we go 3 up top. That's the idea, 3v3 against them at the top, where you've got Connor Jennings against the middle centre-half. The idea being Josh Oakes against the right-sided centre-half, 𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗣𝗏𝗥 one-on-one against the left-sided centre-half. Everybody else, more or less man for man, 2v1 centre-half against their centre-forward. And we can just go and be aggressive and win your duel. And then if we turn it over, there's the opportunity. And the opportunity was there. And sometimes you take the opportunity. As I said, we got 𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗧, who's done great for us, one-on-one. That situation arises, a few other little situations, but we didn't capitalise and we didn't take them. And again, we've lost the game at the end. 96th minute, overtime, just defend the set piece. First phase, second phase, mark your man in the box. That's all we got to do. You've got a designated man, just mark him. Compete for the first one, anticipate the knockdown, mark your man in the box. And, we've learnt a hard lesson that, again, that's what we've got to learn quickly.
And you talk about the bumps in the road, these are the bumps, isn't it? And how you come the other side of it in terms of that and move on. And even though it's back-to-back losses, you've been very, very close to get something out of both of those games.
Well, it's performance. I keep talking about, data, habits, behaviours, consistent behaviours in the right way. And for me, and again, reflecting yesterday at the end of the training session with the staff, we've had a good progressive week. So you're arriving on the game thinking, well, we've had a good week on the training ground, but as I keep saying to everybody, you measure it out there on the pitch. It's special to play for Tranmere Rovers. That's where all the energy's got to go and be. And today, again, we'll look at it in the cold light today with the emotion taken away from it. What was the lessons? What could we have done better so that we're presented with this situation again in the future? We can actually drop into it a little bit more and actually find a way that's going to suit us to deal with the opposition without losing the identity of being aggressive in our press, winning the ball, counter-attacking, keeping good possession of the ball, making it exciting. And today we didn't do that today. And, at the moment, we had the momentum where the ball was going the wrong way. Everyone put a hand on it, stop it. Everyone get a hand on it, get the ball going in the right momentum again. And again, you talk about sometimes bumps in the road. We've got that momentum going, and all of a sudden we've just got that little bit of a lip now where, we just had a little bit of a downward rock. Well, everyone get a hand on that ball again. That big rock, that big boulder, get a hand on it. Consistent behaviours. How do we make the boat go faster? How can we just keep improving all the time, learn the lessons from it, and get ourselves ready for the next game, which is obviously an away game with Swindon now, and get that momentum going again.